Question number 13. For each of these, we have to solve, which means we have to find the value for x. In order to do that, we have to do inverse operations. Starting with 13a, I want to start by getting rid of this 5. To get rid of a positive 5, I subtract 5 from both sides. That gives me 12 is equal to negative 1/3 x. In order to get rid of a multiply by negative 1/3, I'm going to actually have to multiply by negative 3/1, which is the reciprocal. Now, if you don't want to write the 1 underneath, it really doesn't matter because any denominator of 1 you're allowed to leave off. But this does give me the answer of x is equal to negative 36. If you want to check and see if you did this right, this is what I would type in the calculator. I would type in 5 subtract 1/3, and then I would type in what I think is the x value, negative 36. So really, all I've typed right now is exactly what it says right there in green. Now, if when I push enter, it tells me 17, which it does, that means my answer is correct. Question number 2, or question B. This is a little annoying because there's r's on both sides of the equation. I tend to move the one that's smaller because it keeps things positive. So I would move 2r to the left-hand side of the equation. That'll give me negative 12 plus 2r is equal to, those cancel, regular 12. Next, to get rid of a negative 12, I am going to add 12 to both sides. That gives me 2r is equal to 24. To get rid of multiply by 2, I will divide by 2. That will give me r is equal to 12. In order to check this one, it's going to require me to type in 2 equations. So I'll start by typing in the left side, negative 12 plus 4 parentheses 12. And then I'll type in the right side, 2 times 12 plus 12. And if these equal the same thing, then I did it correct. Letter C. This is some distributing. And this is actually a little bit tricky because I'm going to distribute that negative 2. Here's what I would get. 8 subtract 4x, because it's negative 2 times positive 2. Then I would actually add 10, because it's negative 2 times a subtract 5. That gives me 6. First thing I'm going to do is combine like terms. I have an 8 and a 10, so I'm actually going to put those together after the negative 4x to be an 18. And now I'm just going to solve. To get rid of plus 18, I will subtract 18. That'll give me negative 4x equals negative 12. Divide by negative 4. Divide by negative 4. X is equal to 3. In order to check my work, just like in the previous problems, I go over to my calculator. I type in the entire equation. But instead of the x, I'll actually type in what I think x is. And if this answer is 6, which matches what this answer is here, then my answer is correct. 2 more. This is also a distribution problem. I have 5 minus 12x minus 6 is equal to negative 18. I next want to put my numbers together. 5 and negative 6 would make negative 1. So now I have negative 12x minus 1 is equal to negative 18. To get rid of a minus 1, I'm going to add 1 to both sides. That gives me negative 12x is equal to negative, this comes out ugly. Divide by negative 12, divide by negative 12. Ugh. X equals, let me see, negative 17 divided by negative 12. Oh, crap. Let's see if a fraction is better. Yeah, I don't know if that's right. I better type that in. Clear. 5 plus 3, parentheses, negative 4, 17 twelfths. Negative 4, 17 plus minus 2, close parentheses. And that's supposed to be equal to negative 18. Crap, that's right. All right. My final answer, 17/12. Ew. That's ugly. Okay, last problem. For this one, you also need to distribute. It'll be 30 plus 21 minus 14x. Again, that was because I just distributed right there. Is equal to 21 minus 9x. I want to put my x's together, and I want to move the smaller one, which actually, negative 14x is the smaller one because it's more negative. I'm going to add 14x to both sides. Okay, now I've got 30 and 21. I've got 51 on this side. I've got 21 plus negative 9 plus 14 is 5x. Now to finish this problem up, I'm going to have to subtract 21 from both sides. Subtract 21. 30 equals 5x. Okay, this comes out well. Divide both sides by 5. 6 is equal to x. To check this one, my last one, I type in the whole thing. 30 plus 7, parentheses, 3 minus 2 times what I think is the x value, 6. Oh, crap. Oh, oops. Too many parentheses. Okay, so I just took a second to type all that in myself. I typed in the left-hand side of the equation and got negative 33. Then I typed in the right-hand side of the equation and got negative 33, which means x is equal to 6.